Yo guys, what's going on? SJ here again, bringing you all another Team Fortress 2 related video on my channel. So in today's video, I have created some interesting predictions as to when the heavy update will be released. Now, these are mathematical predictions, so I've used Excel and various graphs, finding formulas and stuff. So it is all based off of actual information, it's not just speculation. However, it is all very subjective to what the TF2 team is doing, so just take it all with a grain of salt, please. Okay, so in my complete boredom the other day, I decided to make this Excel spreadsheet. Now this includes stats of what Valve considers TF2's most major updates. Now for one graph I included annual events, and for the other I didn't. And today we're going to compare and contrast, I guess, these two graphs, and from them try and find out when the heavy update will be. Hint hint, it's sometime this year. As I won't be using actual months because TF2 doesn't get at least one update each month, so the graph would look completely scuffed. So instead I've done it by years and decided to use what Valve considered major updates. Now this graph you're seeing on your screen right now is the graph predicting the future updates of TF2 based on all major updates. This is including annual event. So if we punch these values into our calculator, we come up with a predicted update number for 2019 of 2.81 times 10 to the 58. Now we're going to ignore the 10 to the 58 because you can see that equation there, it has capital E in it, and that's why we have 58. But we're going to look at that 2.8. If you look at the graph, it looks about right, okay? You'll be able to see that reference there. Now, this 2.8 means that we will most likely get the Smithmas and the Halloween, which are pretty much guaranteed at this stage. I don't think they've missed any Smithmas or Halloween updates since it's been started. But we might not be getting the heavy update. Now, think about this. 2018 has just a little bit more updates than this, something like 2.9. So, if we look at that and we look at this, then in theory, the heavy update should be this year because they made about half an update last year and half an update this year. I mean, it makes sense. But for this graph, it is also important to look at the R squared value, or the correlation coefficient. Now this basically just says how close all the data points are to the trend line. In this case, it's around 0.2, so it's really not that close. So extrapolating this data leads to quite a bit of error, which is quite obvious. You know, TF2 isn't going to have less than 2 updates. Well, it might do, honestly, who knows. But you guys see what I mean. It's not very accurate data that we can extrapolate off. Extrapolate meaning expand into the future or into the past where there's no actual data and try and predict a forecast. This next graph has the exact same definition of being, like, you know, considered by Valve a major update, except it does not include annual events, and I think it is more accurate as a result. The R squared, or correlation coefficient, once again, is actually at 0.7-ish now, which is quite a strong correlation. However, when we punch these numbers into our calculator for 2019, we find that it equals 0.6147285352338, sorry, my bad, which doesn't actually look like what it is on the graph, so I don't know what's going on there, but clearly some voodoo shit. Either I've got the wrong numbers in, but I don't think so. So this tells us that we should be getting half an update this year. Now, if you look at 2018, it said we got a full update there. So this just proves that these forecasts clearly are incorrect, and maths cannot be used to predict updates for games. Obviously, it can be used to create forecasts, however, they are merely that, forecasts. And when it comes to video games, it's really down to the developers as to when updates get released. I do hope, though, you guys enjoyed this little, I guess it was kind of a math lesson, really, wasn't it? I enjoyed doing it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to leave a like, maybe comment and subscribe. And if not, then I hope you all have a swell day, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.